Hey guys, JK95 here. Got a little story from the anime community I'd like to tell you about. So it has been announced that the creator of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid wants to do a crossover with the anime Yu-Gi-Oh, which I believe is a bad idea on so many levels. I'm going to tell you why shortly. Let me reiterate, the creator of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid wants to do a crossover with Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think that's not a good idea on a zillion different levels. Shut it down now. I've seen like 3 to 5 episodes of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and clips from the rest of Season 1, and this is not a kid's cartoon like Yu-Gi-Oh is. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, the youngest I would let somebody watch it at would be like no younger than 12, 13, 14 years old, depending on the kid, as this anime is filled with cute dragon girls with like big breasts, and even though there's no nudity or anything, the character Lukua, her top is like see-through. You can see the outline of her nipples through her top, even though there's no nudity, and she's got like F-cup breasts, and she's also very voluptuous, not to mention she has like, her human form has like those, like all the other dragon characters on the show like have those horns and a tail sticking out. And plus Lukua's got heterochromia, where one of her eyes is a different color than the other, and she has a really pretty face, and she's always after this little dragon boy named Shouda. That in itself is why Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Yu-Gi-Oh crossover is a horrible idea. See, Yu-Gi-Oh initially originated in Japan as more of like an anime for older kids and younger teens, but in the 2000s when it came to the West, the dubbing company 4Kids Entertainment got the dubbing and distribution rights to it and butchered it down for a children audience like age like 5, 6 to 10, 11 years old, which Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is probably like PG-13, low-end R, if you ask me. Like, I would not do this kind of crossover. I don't want Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid getting butchered down for a G-rated audience or a PG-rated audience. Like, especially not with Lukua and like the humor in the show, all the like erotic humor. Like, there's even a scene in one episode, I think episode 5 or 6, where Shouda is having these dreams of like fighting a sumo wrestler, a bear, and a big bouncy ball, and then he wakes up to find Lukua's breasts smothering his face, and he's shocked, and Lukua says, "You're surprisingly forward," and Shouda's like, "I'm not!" Lukua and Shouda's relationship in both the English dub and the Japanese sub version, this is not something you want crossing over with a kids show. And same thing with Toru's relationship with Miss Kobayashi. Toru's in love with Kobayashi, and Toru herself has got like D-cup breasts and wears some pretty arousing outfits throughout the series, and already like there's like this underground community that fetishizes anime girls. You don't want those people crossing over into children's TV. You just don't. Yeah, I can only imagine the kinds of people who are going to come out of the woodwork when they see a Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Yu-Gi-Oh crossover, which I will never watch. You can't even pay me to watch that. Plus, I'm a 23-and-a-half-year-old man. The only way I'm going to watch the Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Yu-Gi-Oh crossover, if it happens, the only way I'm watching that is if somebody offered me like at least $1 million to watch it, which probably isn't any one of you in the comments section, and definitely not anybody I know. That's damn sure. Anyways, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Yu-Gi-Oh crossover, horrible idea. Shut it down before it happens. Like, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, I would not recommend that to like little kids aged 6 to 10 whose brains are still developing. Like, maybe a mature 11 or 12-year-old could probably watch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, But generally, the youngest I would recommend that to would be 13, somebody who's 13, 14 years old. But with all the erotic humor, the characters like Toru and Luca in particular, I don't want Luca's relationship with Shouta. I don't want little kids seeing that and sit thinking, hey, if that kid can get a 20-year-old woman to like do stuff with him, then I can too. Like, no. Shut it down before it happens. Kill it before it lays eggs. Well, that's it for this video, folks. I'm going to get some more out pretty soon. Last time, Kobayashi Dragon Maid-Yu-Gi-Oh crossover. No, thank you. Peace out.